Northerners are crying over what is going on in Ebonyi State. I repeat, Northerners are crying over what is going on in Ebonyi State. Remember, farmers were killed. People left their villages, left their ancestral land, were running away because of Fulani, in quotes, alleged Fulani killings. Now, in Abia State, if you kill somebody, a farmer in Abia State, the retaliation is different from what Ebonyi people will do to you when they are going to retaliate. If you kill in Imo State, the retaliation is different. In the whole of Igbo land, we see the Ebonyi people as Aboki, as Malam. For instance, now we have 5 states in Igbo. We see the Imo State as Yoruba people. That is among Igbos. They see the Ebonyi people as Malam. So if you are killing people in Ebonyi State, the retaliation is beyond imagination. I heard a report of where Ebonyi people took the fight back to the Fulani people. They were returning the favor. The Fulani were feeling the heat in Ebonyi State. I heard. So now, I saw a tweet today and I confirmed that report that Northerners are crying over what is happening in Ebonyi State. You went to people's farm to kill people, and that has been your culture and tradition in the Southeast. And probably there's a reprisal attack, there's a retaliation, and the Northerners are crying. Look at what they said. Somebody on Twitter says, it's about time Northern traders stop exporting foodstuffs to the Southeast entirely. You are dealing with ruthless animals who continue to attack traders and destroy goods, including livestock. Stop supplying foodstuffs to that region or risk losing both your goods and your lives. This is coming from a Northerner. This is not the first time they are making this threat, and this will not be the last time. Until the Fulani stop their rampage of killings in the southern part of Nigeria, they will never be treated like the way Ebonyi State treated them. I told you there's a reason why we in Igbo land are calling Ebonyi people Aboki. They behave like Aboki is that when you attack them, when they are going to retaliate, it's going to be another story entirely. You might not be able to explain what the Ebonyi people would do to you. Although there is presence of Islam in Ebonyi State and Enugu State, but these Ebonyi people particularly, you can do that in Abia State or in Enugu State or in Anambra State or in Imo State and not get the level of attacks that the Ebonyi people may give you. Now, let's look at these northern traders should stop supplying foodstuffs to the Southeast. Number one, the people that do the business are Southeasterners. Southeasterners based in the north. Or let's start with the ones based in the Southeast. I know some traders that send money, their money, to vendors in the north. They help them transport their goods. Southeast traders in the Southeast use their money. Some are in Lagos. Some they drive to the Southeast on weekends. They use their money to do the business. Most Southeasterners are involved in bringing food from the north to the Southeast. Most Southeast. And when you go to the north, most Southeasterners are there doing the business. Largely, the Northerners there, in quote, because now let me bring all Northerners together. Let me bring them. The second point, we'll look at who actually are the Northerners producing this food. So there in the Southeast, you see Southeasterners are there that have even become allergy. They are the ones doing the business, bringing it to the Southeast. Because anywhere you see business, you see money. Remember the flooding in Borno State. Ali Ndume said that the flooding in Borno State that Buhari and other people went to visit, most of the people affected were Igbos because they had shops. Most of the people affected were Igbos because they had shops. The business Igbos are doing outside of their region is massive, especially in the northern part of Nigeria. So if you are telling northern traders should stop, tell them what to do actually. They should stop bringing terrorism into the Southeast. That is the message that they need to get. But you understand, the way Northerners behave most times, you wonder. That's why some people look at some statement and say, God, how did you bring us together with this kind of people? Most times, I they swear for Nnamdi Azikiwe and Agui Rossi. I they swear because Igbo men most times, they feel the the I too know is too much. How come you agree that there will be no secession clause in the constitution? You want Nigeria to be won by force, while others are saying no. If you had taken the right decision, Nnamdi Azikiwe, Agin Rossi will not be here. Some people are just talking out of point. Southeasterners are the ones, majorly 80%, doing the business of bringing foodstuffs from northern Nigeria as traders to the southeast. Number two, middle belts are the ones producing food in Nigeria. They cannot have nothing to do with agriculture. When you talk about scaling, number, middle belt are the ones feeding the nation. You know, Benue, food basket of the nation, that's their name. These same northerners, Fulani people, I've said it now. If you look at the north, the occupation of the Fulani and outside the north, Fulani, they are the ones that are Boko Haram. They are the ones that are Iswap. They are the ones that are Lukarawa. They are the ones that are Akwad. They are the ones that are bandits. They are the ones that are in political office. They are the ones that are in economic. They are in charge of the economy. So it is the same Fulani people that are complaining, because I don't think the middle belts are the ones complaining. You export your people, you export terrorism to other regions, and those people are defending themselves, and you are getting angry, and all you have to open your mouth to say is that we should stop sending food that you are not producing. You people, the Fulani and whoever, Hausa, you allowed them, all of them join together. You are killing your farmers. You are killing people. The middle belt have been shouting for a very long time. These people are killing us. And the same people and the people that they are working for are saying that will not. Who do now? The middle belts are the ones producing the food. Now look at the reaction from a middle belter. Somebody from a middle belt reacted to this statement from this Arewa Northerner. His name is Patrick Anum. He says, Bush Poppy, we the middle belt are the largest agricultural producers in Nigeria. We will continue to trade with the South. Gone are the days when you leverage our agricultural producers in your fights with the South. You can't be attacking and killing middle belt people and leveraging our farm products in your silly fight, which means now you the Fulani, Hausa Fulani, whatever, because they say you are one. Since Hausa don't want to liberate themselves, let me join them together. You the Hausa Fulani, you are killing middle belt farmers. And when it comes to making mouths, you use the same middle belt farmers that you are killing that will stop supplying you food. You are not the one supplying food. It is the middle belt that are the food basket of the nation. You kill them and kill their farmers because you want to take their lands. And now it's about bragging. The North has food. You are now using the same middle belt people to make mouth. Your people leech off the South in terms of oil and other resources. And instead of being grateful that they feed paupers like you every AK market day, you pick fights with them unprovoked. If you want to boycott products, maybe it is Indomie and egg that your Aboki people fry that you will boycott, or the sachet Milo your people sell in small kiosks scattered around the country. Do you even know what a yam, potatoes, and cassava look like, or how to farm it? See these Kano migrants to Kaduna State blabbing. In Kano, have you forgotten all the famines that existed there, where you were forced to eat lizards and vultures, and they were even so expensive that they cost 500 cowries in the 1700s? Don't allow me to go and bring out my history book of your people. This is the reaction of a middle belter. I took my time to read this to understand the kind of people that you are, the kind of people that all of them are there for the same country. Now, you export terrorism, you export insecurity to the southeast. People are being killed. The same thing you are doing in the northern part of Nigeria. When they killed Ebonyi people, I didn't get any reaction from the north. I didn't get any. This one that is complaining, what has he said about the killings in Ebonyi State when it started by Fulani? I know who is the person that always start fight. It is always the Fulani, because they will go to your farmland and eat your crops. And you are meant to retaliate. Somebody is eating your crops, you need to stop them And when you stop them, you know how violent these Fulanis are. Some of them are uncivilized. How uncivilized they are. They may start attacking you because you are stopping. Look at what happened in the West. A video where a farmer was hitting a Fulani. I've told you not to come back here again. You come back. I've told you. You know what it means to farm? Does the Fulani know what it means to farm? And you bring cows from God knows where to come and eat people's crops that they spend a lot of fortune. We have seen videos whereby farmers are helplessly crying. They are eating my crops. Yet the Fulani continue doing the same thing. These guys will not talk about what the Fulanis are doing and take action on it. Now, when the Ebonyi people are retaliating, that's when you see them come out. Because they are foolish. They are foolish, yes. If you did not comment when there was an attack on the Ebonyi people. But now, there seems to be people defending themselves in the Ebonyi state. I told you before, you think Ebonyi people now, Abia state people, Imo people, you think Ebonyi people. All those who are not send, they don't even send their... If you don't know, I've told you in the southeast, we call them Aboki. And you know what it means? When it comes to the Aboki, someone that don't send, that can do anything and undo. You can even end it all now. That these are Ebonyi people for you. We call Yoruba people Imo State. All those guys, their way is not pure. I'm telling you the truth now. Don't come and be typing something on my comment section. This is how most people see this tribe. So I'm trying to give this illustration to know that the kind of retaliation you might get in Imo State will be different from the retaliation you will get in Ebonyi State. And all you have to say is that let's not bring in now get food. Who do that now? Which farm Fulani are doing, if not the Hausa? And I don't blame themselves. Hausa give themselves to them. People are there. I've not seen any meaningful agitation from the Hausa people. I've not seen. I've tried. I've searched and searched and searched. Have not seen any meaningful thing. The way these Fulani cage these Hausa people, I don't understand. So from now on, I'll be joining people together. Now the same thing will be. I always see the middle belt saying that we are not part and parcel of your whatever arewa. You kill us, and when you want to use us and make and when you want to make mouth, you use us and make mouth. What are you doing? The Fulani only go and take political power. That's where their target is. They know that if they take political power, they will be able to control every other sector of the society. That's why you see that most popular people now that are politicians that want to wrestle Tinubu, this one down, they are Fulani. I've mentioned them. How many times will I mention them? They are Fulani, Kwankwaso, Atiku, and Elufai, making noise up and down. That is their trait. Which outside politician is there? Which middle belt town politician is there? So these people have been consistent in what they are doing. So now you fail, Mr. Fulani Hausa, because I think this guy is a Hausa guy. His name is Sanki on Twitter. Mr. Fulani Northern Northern Hausa, Arewa Hausa, you fail this time. Those agenda we will continue to that narrative. We will throw it back to you. You own no food. You are not the ones that do business. You are cattle rearers. You go school, you understand? In the north, you go and now go school pass. There's nothing concern you people and farming. You are not the Fulani are not accustomed to farming. So how come that you are coming to make man? Nothing will happen. If you like, I even want this to happen. Stop selling food. I don't want to. Maybe if you say Southern Nigeria, if you say Southern Nigeria, you go suffer. I want it to be the Southeast. You know one thing about the Southeastern people is that they always prosper when they are being persecuted. You see, after the war, the Igbo people now had the focus, and they did all they could to come out of that situation. It is only where there is mourning that you reason well. I don't know. The Bible says, "You in the place of mourning comes reasoning." It's when things are not that well for you. That's when you start thinking on how you can better your situation. So make sure that you people, because you cannot even do it yourself, because you people are not the owners of food. But let's say that you can cajole the middle belt to stop supplying food to the southeast, I will know that the southeast now will now know that they have a problem. And I trust an Igbo man. He always finds a solution out of every problem. He always finds a solution. Nobody only that the farm. We have I travel to the village. I see vast lands. So if you people stop sending food from the north, we will stop your people from destroying our farmlands. If the government is unwilling to do it, we will take it upon ourselves to help the government to stop your people from existing in our farmlands. Then we'll go into our farmlands and cultivate it, and we'll feed ourselves. We have the capacity to feed ourselves, not enough. Now, you people are the ones feeding Nigeria. What is now the economy of the north like? Forget your NBS statistics. You people now they feed Nigeria. Look at the north. Look at the economy of the north. Look at the development of the north. Your governor wants to empower people. You carry goats, give people. I understand. If you give somebody a goat, he's going to use it for farming. But is that the amount of revenue that comes to the hand of the government? It's just like people's allocation coming to your hand. 1 billion. You are giving the people 100,000 out of 1 billion. You are giving people wheelbarrow. Because they are uneducated. You don't know the policies you can enact in that Kano state that will empower the people. It is good. So you that are feeding the nation, how far now? How far? How is your economy? Are you not the ones that took NSAS protest in your head? People that don't say protest is haram. Maybe you are feeding the nation. You diverted food during Tinubu regime to make food costlier. Tinubu played his politics and won some people to his side. They even had to go to Kano markets and other markets because the farmlands you get your produce are mostly from Middle Belt because they are closer. You people tried fighting Tinubu because we heard reports of people diverting food to Niger and other neighboring countries. They were starving the south of food. A report also that southwest governors came together on how they can leverage on agriculture. All of a sudden, we see everything come to normal. You people are sabotaging Tinubu's government by making sure that you make food scarce and costly. But at the end of the day, you don't work now. We are eating what we are eating. Everything. Have you gone to the southeast? Have you gone to some places? Everything they consume, they get it from their farms. The yams, Anambra yam. Have you seen Anambra yam? Okay, let's see. The cattle you bring, we rear cattle in the southeast. Although it might not be that enough, but we have goats. We have goats in the southeast. I'm telling you, see, what's come to worse, we will starve ourselves and make sure that we are self-sufficient. And that does not cost us anything. During the war, we went through a lot of process, a lot of sufferings to come out. 20 pounds was given to our fathers. So some had enough money, some embezzled the Igbo people, but most people had 20 pounds to trade with. But with that 20 pounds, you can see the progress all over. You saw a video of an Edo woman, not Yoruba woman, on Twitter and on TikTok. Said that when she traveled to the southeast, she saw a house. Most of you do not travel, that's why you are saying what you are saying. What you see on the news, you just see things on the news. Travel to the southeast and see what people you gave 20 pounds are doing. More so, you are threatening them that you stop. Stop now. Stop. It's giving good self. With the you drill oil from the southeast and south. Whilst oil under Buhari regime is more costlier in the southeast, yet they did not kill themselves. Take away your produce, then our oil and our gas will make sure that it doesn't get to the north. Your northerners live on oil and gas. They don't live on your food that you are bringing into the southeast. Your northerners, they live on oil and gas. They don't live on food. Your sultan, they will cut his connection to oil wells. If you want to go that way, because since people are not thinking well, look, just like the others one I say, Igbo must go, Igbo must go. If you are saying Igbo must go in the southwest, there are ways you can do it. You don't make it a child's play. Me, I want Igbo to go so that they go and develop their region. So just just open your mouth and just say Igbo must go. Igbo must go, unless you are playing politics with it, because I know these guys are playing psychological politics. Igbo must go. They know that it's not possible for them to go that much, but they will do. They take on measures. Those ones are even different. You just open your mouth, wow, and say, let Northern. Who are the people trading? I've told you, Igbo people are the ones. Most of them are the ones trading from the north to the east. Only the people that are being, the people that are defending themselves in Ebonyi State against the Fulani headers, they are not people transporting food produce. They are Fulani that we have, over the years, they have reputation for going to people's farm, destroy their farm produce. Okay, you destroy our farm produce. You destroy our farm produce. Then your own, you bring it. See, may God help now. May God help now for this country. May God help now. I'm not moved by your threats or whatever. I just want the world to see how the kind of people we are sharing the same country with, because I know your threat will not stand whatsoever. However you want it, we'll give it to you. An Igbo man stands on his feet and tells you his truth. The southern part of Nigeria feeds the whole nation. If the South decides to withdraw from this entity, the whole of South, whether Southwest, South, South, and Southeast, if the whole of South decides to withdraw from this entity, my brother, you Northerners, maybe you can be self-sufficient, but your leaders that are so lazy, it will take a long time for you to stand on your feet. Then you know that your food, that your food will not save you. Then all of you will just turn to something else. And when the middle belt eventually leave you Fulani and Hausa in the corner, when the middle belt finally leave you, that's when your eye will open. Next time, will not open your mouth and start spewing rubbish on social media.